Okay, hey everybody. So I've changed my plans a little bit, and I'm going to be offering this class as a webinar, just pre-recorded, mainly because I had an opportunity to share tomorrow, and I wanted to do that during that 11 a.m. time because if I can meet the needs of more people, that's what I'm going to do. So I think it won't matter too much if this is pre-recorded. I'm just going to post the link at 11 tomorrow, and you guys should all be able to watch and enjoy this information. And I'm going to relay as much as I can of what Rich Higby shared with us, and hopefully for those of you that listen, you'll glean some good information. But we're pretty much going to start at the beginning. So if you've already been to an intro class, this first bit might be a little bit of a recap for you, but still good information for new people especially. And if you haven't been to an intro class, make sure that you add that to your priority list, because you just need to know these basics. So doTERRA Spring Clean 2016. doTERRA, the word means gift of the earth, and we have amazing oils. They truly are a gift of the earth. The way that doTERRA connects people with these gifts is huge. And we're going to start with, first I'll tell my brief story, who I am. I'm Lacey Grimm. I have a small homestead with my husband. We both work this business now. It started out just as me, but he is just as passionate now about empowering people with these tools. And we've seen so many and heard so many testimonies about how people's lives have been changed for the better, and how they've taken control of their health and found healing through the changes they made to their lifestyle and using the oils and all of these things. So anyway, we are just dedicating ourselves and time in our career basically to spreading the word, and I love that doTERRA became a part of our lives and came as an opportunity to us. But anyway, what is an essential oil? It is the part of the plant that we use medicinally, or therapeutically. There's a picture of a microscopic view of peppermint, and when you break a peppermint leaf, you feel or you smell that scent, and you pop some of those little white bubbles that are full of this aromatic compound that starts to evaporate, and you smell it, and that's where a lot of the plant's immune system lies. So its ability to fend off predators and fend off mildews and molds and things like that. Most of that is in those sacs, and they use it as they need it with those predators. They are in plants. They do attract pollinators. They help repel predators, and they protect against other environmental threats. When we bottle them, we can use those for our benefit. You generally don't want to attract pollinators. I mean, sometimes we do actually. So we have actually used lemongrass oil in our beehives to attract the beehives and make it feel more like home. It's similar to the queen bee pheromone. You won't attract bees if you wear it. It's just, it works in a specific circumstance with the bees. But anyway, lemongrass actually does a really good job at repelling different bugs for us. And then, of course, we can help in our own lives protect against other environmental threats that we face. So wellness applications, there are three main ways that we use them. They're aromatherapy, so using them aromatically, topical application, and then internal use. So those are the three different ways that you can use our essential oils. And it works great for all of those different things in lots of different ways. So why would you choose doTERRA's essential oils over others? Our sourcing is a huge reason. The way that we get our oils is both sustainable and farmer friendly. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. But the quality that we get because of both of those things, in addition to all the testing that we do via third parties, means that every single bottle is extremely pure, extremely potent, and extremely safe. We also have lots of innovative products using the oils to make using them easier and make our wellness journey even simpler. And our mission is huge, and that is to put these oils in every household so that every person can be empowered. And also the education that doTERRA provides is huge as well, through wellness advocates and at their events and things. And when we first saw this presentation, it was at the same educational opportunity that people all over the country had to attend. And we were fortunate enough to have one right here in Greensboro. So that was really neat. Sourcing, we're going to cover that really quickly. We source our oils from all over the world. You can see this map kind of gives you an idea. It's important that you source the oils where they grow in a native environment, in a place where you don't need inputs to make a good quality plant. You don't need fertilizers. You don't need greenhouses. They just grow. So for example, I like to compare it to a tomato you would eat in the wintertime here in North Carolina versus when you would get in August off of the vine. When you have that to compare, it gives you an idea of, sure, you can grow lavender in different places, but you have to, just do different things to make it work. When you grow it in the hills of France where it's native, it grows much more healthy, and the nutritional value that it has and the therapeutic benefit that it offers is totally different than when you have all these extra inputs and it's not grown in its native environment. Another thing that sets us apart is that we have exclusive contracts with most of our growers, 80% of our growers. And that means that no one can get them except through doTERRA. And that's huge because you can't go into a retail shop and buy our oils or oils that are even comparable because no one is as thorough in their testing as we are. So it also means that the farmers that we work with have a very sustainable income because we're going to come back to them again and again and again as long as they're providing oils that meet our criteria in terms of testing and things like that and quality. How do we get the essential oils? Through steam distillation. This is one way. I love this little moving picture. The steam passes through the plant material and vaporizes the oil. And then the mixture of the steam and the oil comes through this condenser. And then the water is separated from the oil, which is an easy process because oil and water don't mix, right? And then you find that the oil comes out the bottom there. So it's just, that's how it's been done for thousands of years, and that's how we do it. There are different oils that are, distilled at different temperatures and in different ways, and it is definitely an art form. But most of our oils are done that way. And then some are just pressed, like orange peel, citrus oils are generally just pressed, and the oil comes out of them. Quality of essential oils. So because of our quality, because it's so good, we had to come up with a new name for it because therapeutic grade, pure therapeutic grade was not enough. You can go and find therapeutic grade essential oils at most Whole Foods or, wellness stores. Even Walmart now is carrying them. And really, it's not very clear what that means. The FDA does not regulate, and it's up to each company what they want that to mean. So we have to do our own research and figure that out. For the most part, companies followed some generic guidelines, and those can be very loose, which means that most oils are diluted with something else. And usually it's alcohol or a carrier oil of some kind. Sometimes it's even water, and you'll buy something and it says pure therapeutic grade, and it can be up to 20% essential oil, and then the rest is whatever they fill it with. And that's how they get prices down on all kinds of supplements, even, fish oil, for example. Most of the time when you buy it from an unreliable source, or even one you might think is reliable, because this is a fair business model, or this is what the business model is, they usually dilute, and that's okay. So we don't want those fillers. And in doTERRA's oils, you'll never get those fillers. And when the company was founded, they said, okay, here's what our standard is going to be. It's going to be the highest possible grade that it can be. And there's 5 tests that we do through a third party, plus our growing situation where we are sustainable and working directly with farmers. It's just all of that combined means certified pure therapeutic grade. And that's just a way of knowing that our product is different. Our oils are pure, natural extracts, no artificial ingredients, fragrances, or fillers. They're safe, tested to be free of pesticides and other chemical residues, and they're potent. Because every bottle is carefully tested, we know that in a standard way they're going to work. And they have to have certain chemical constituents to be able to meet our different standards. And we won't just sell a bottle of oil just because it's lavender and it's pure. It has to also have the therapeutic benefits that we expect it to have, or else they won't They won't bottle it and sell it to us. We do have a lot of innovative products, for example, and proprietary blends and delivery systems. So On Guard Be Lit is an example of an innovative delivery system. Past Tense, Intune, Deep Blue, Digestsense, Lemon Sassy, these are all our proprietary blends, and they are great. They're wonderful. I can't go through the day without On Guard. And we use a lot of Deep Blue, and we use a lot of Digestsen in our family. And Intune is one of my most recent favorites. I didn't used to love it, but now I use it all the time. And Immortelle I use daily too. So, and then the beadlets have become a new favorite. We also have, the Deep Blue Rub, which is easy and simple way to use Deep Blue. DDR Prime, our soft gel products are great and an easy way to use the oils internally. We have the protecting shampoo. All of our hair care stuff is amazing, and our skincare is also fantastic. So why do people choose doTERRA? Because we care about our sourcing, our quality, and all those innovative products. And we're growing very, very fast. We already have over 3 million wellness advocates and growing. So that's great. And then our mission as well. Our customers become advocates because we love these oils and we know that everyone needs them. Everyone will benefit from our products. Also, our co-impact sourcing is huge. I talked a little bit about how we connect directly with farmers and growers so that we can have a good impact on the environment and help them to learn more sustainable ways of growing and harvesting at the appropriate times to get the most therapeutic benefits and all these different things. We also set up, and this is a picture of the farmers in Haiti. They didn't have water, so they were marching back and forth for hours every day to get water from a well. And now we have put a well right there in their community, and so they line up to fill their buckets with water right there, and they don't have to make that hike. And these are some of our objectives when it comes to sourcing, to diversify our supply so we're not entirely reliant on one particular location, to control quality, to make sure that things are harvested appropriately and that the ground is treated how it ought to be so that we have a healthy plant, and also to stabilize costs. And that's good on both ends so that farmers know that they're going to be paid and customers know that from one bottle to the next, the price should not vary. We also have a huge nonprofit that is associated with doTERRA called Healing Hands Foundation. And they actually work with many, many different charitable causes that meet the needs that meet the criteria, so that charities that relieve suffering, that give dignity and hope, and that end cycles of poverty. And that last bit is very important. We're not just giving money to people and that's not very sustainable. We're helping them set up systems in which they can fend for themselves. We're teaching them to fish rather than giving them a fish and empowering them for the future. Okay, so now to the spring clean part of our talk. So many of you have probably seen this pyramid, and it gets back to the basics of what our healthcare system needs to look like and what our personal healthcare needs to look like. And, on the bottom here, we have to eat right, we have to exercise, we have to rest and manage stress, and we have to reduce our toxic load. And that's what we can be proactive about. That's what we can take control of. And eating right is huge because that's where our nutrition is. We get to supplement that with good things, but we should start from the ground and eat the right things. And today we're going to talk about reducing toxic load. That's where spring cleaning comes in, where cleansing comes in. We're trying to eliminate toxins from our body. What is a toxic load? Well, we are exposed to toxic things in all over our daily experience. Pollution in the air, pathogens that we're exposed to when we, fly in a plane, or we go to a class with new people, or whatever, viral things. Oxidation also is huge. So just basically, he described it. If you think about when you peel a banana and it turns brown, that is oxidative stress. So we need to help reduce that oxidative stress as much as possible. Here are the different ways that we are exposed to those things through our lungs. So breathing through our GI tract, internally through our skin, topically. Isn't it funny how that aligns with the different ways that you can use the oils? People think of your skin as a barrier, but it's really not. It's an organ, and it is a breathing organ that soaks things in. So we need to be more careful about what we expose ourselves to that way, what we touch, what we put on our skin, the products that we use. And that's everything from, cleaning, we use aromatically, but we also use laundry detergents that they put scent out, but then they also go on our skin after we've washed our clothes. So, think about everything. Those are all toxins that we're exposing ourselves to. And the more we eliminate, the better off we are. And then, of course, with the GI tract, the foods that we eat are often full of toxins, so we need to be careful. So again, we're trying to reduce toxic load in all of those different ways. Here's some things that we can do. First of all, we can avoid exposure. So if we can eliminate those toxic laundry detergents, try to get an all-natural one, an all-natural dishwasher soap, all-natural window cleaning sprays, all these different things. And then we can help ourselves by clearing the air that we're using by diffusing some of these oils on a regular basis. And that actually helps to break down these toxins in our air and clean our air so that it's better for us to breathe. Use cleaner products. These are some great examples you can switch and use as alternatives. The skincare is especially, you need to think about that. What is in our skincare? And the makeups that we're using, a lot of toxins are in those things. And yeah, of course, the FDA approves it because they're like, oh, it's just a small amount, it'll be okay. But they don't think about long-term use. They think about that single use. And they also don't think about that, the compilation of these things where you're using multiple different products throughout the day and throughout the year. And these just build up in our systems over time because our bodies aren't prepared to deal with these toxins in a way that we are with foods and things like that to eliminate them on their own. Support defensive functions. So we can arm our bodies in the best possible way. Our bodies are pretty cool mechanisms so long as we can relieve basically this toxic overload. Foundational support is our daily nutrition, and our supplements are very important. It is impossible this day and age to get all the nutrition that we need from our diets. And so foundational support is our daily lifelong vitality pack. And it has exactly what we need, and it fills in all of the blanks in a perfect amount. Not too much and not too little. It really gives us exactly what we need. And if you're taking it, you feel better. You're probably less tired. You probably have relief from some of the normal stressors that you normally have. Mood could be balanced out when you have the right nutrition. Overall health and immunity is huge. And that's what I've noticed since I started taking it. My exhaustion levels have gone down, but my overall energy is more stable. And I'm in less need of caffeine to support. And I'm in less need of afternoon nap or waking up tired or groggy or anything like that. So, and I don't get sick as often. My immune system is functioning as it should. So sure, I'm exposed to it, but I don't actually get sick as much because my immune system is working as it should. Okay, and so the third thing we want to do is support elimination pathways. And these are the different pathways. So first the toxin goes through the liver, then it's either eliminated through the kidneys or the colon. And then the secondary pathways are the skin and the lungs. And that's what you don't want. You don't want these things coming out through your skin and your lungs. And what does that look like? It looks like, asthma, allergies, skin rashes, people who have eczema. That is when these toxins are trying to come out in ways other than the appropriate way. Kidney and colon being, through your urine or through your poopies, as Rich said several times through the class. So now it's time to clean house. You know what's happening, you know what you need to do, and we're going to talk about that and how we do it with the oils specifically. So we're going to activate, open up the windows, we're going to reset, clean out the clutter, and we're going to renew, organize what's left over. It's like, spring, this is what we do. We open the windows, feel that breeze, get rid of some of that stuff that we just don't need or that isn't bringing us joy, and then renew. Organize what we have so that we can use it efficiently and effectively. So gastrointestinal pathways, this was something interesting he said that I thought, oh, gross. So when you clean out the fridge, you find things in the back that have gotten moldy. And it's not that you wanted it to get moldy, it's just that it didn't get eaten. So when you eat foods, a lot of times our bodies don't know how to process it. And so it just doesn't. It sits in our bodies. And, if you think about things like preservatives, our body can't process preservatives. Preservatives are specifically there so things won't break down. And so our body struggles with those things. And a lot of times these things sit in our system and just kind of rot us away. So we need to clean it out. We need to get rid of it. Our gastrointestinal tract is a very important functioning part of our immune system. 70% of our immune system lies in the gastrointestinal tract. So when you feel like you're getting sick over and over and over and over again, or anything, really any kind of perpetual issue that you're dealing with, it probably stems from your gut. If you think about it, that's where nutrition goes, and how you absorb nutrition is through that system. You have an acidic gut, and then your intestines have a surface area of equivalent to a tennis court. And if it's not functioning properly, then it's probably because that's not functioning properly. So the villi are the thing that has so much surface area, and it helps absorb nutrition and get it to where it's supposed to go to support your system. And these are all a part of that. The epithelial cells and the microvilli are also part of that intestine. And a lot of times these things get worn down or eliminated over time because our diets can destroy them. So he mentioned his daughter has celiac disease. She doesn't even have the villi at all on the insides of her intestinal tract. It's just smooth, which means she's not going to absorb nutrition very well at all. And of course that presents itself as sickness, tiredness, just difficult life in general, just being overall uncomfortable. One of the things that we can do to help activate our systems and to absorb more nutrition from our foods is to take an enzyme. Now, doTERRA's TerraZyme is perfect for that. When you take TerraZyme, it helps to break down foods that, like sugars and fats and all these different things, so that you can absorb more nutrition from them. Things that have preservatives, you can get more nutrition out of them because the TerraZyme enzymes can help break those foods down and break down those pesticides do, but preservatives, so that you can actually clean them. So TerraZyme supports healthy digestion of food and production of metabolic enzymes for healthy GI function. And that's how that works. And it's an amazing product, and I take it every single day. And since this talk, I'm probably going to up it to taking it 3 to 5 times a day with every meal. So naturally, TerraZyme or enzymes come on raw fruits and vegetables, which we just don't eat enough of anymore. Our body produces them also, but because we don't get the right diets, we don't produce them as well. And as you age, you stop producing as many. But these enzymes are found in raw fruits and vegetables. So if you've cooked them, you likely aren't getting the enzymes anymore. If they're processed in any way, then you're likely not getting enzymes from them. So when we take an enzyme, it can help fill in those blanks. Microflora, that's the good stuff, the good bacteria, the things that we need to keep our gut healthy and balanced. They help with digestion. They prevent the growth of harmful pathogens. They communicate with endothelial cells for immune response. And so when those things aren't functioning appropriately, then we're in trouble. And it feels bad, and we feel sick, and it can present itself as candida. That's one of the big things, which candida eventually turns into things like skin issues like psoriasis or psoriatic arthritis, all different ways that imbalance can present itself. Threats to our microflora are physical stressors, chemical and toxin things that we're exposed to, unhealthy diet, traveler's exposure, so just being around other people with different illnesses that your body isn't acclimated to, and then antibiotics is the hugest one. And most people that you've talked to have taken an antibiotic in the last year, if not several. And it's getting to the point where everyone I've talked to has probably taken 3 or 4 successively, and to try to get rid of something that wouldn't go away after the first one. And why is that? That's because our bodies are no longer, these bacteria are no longer responding to these antibiotics that we have. So it's scary on its own, but it also really screws up our system. And it looks like digestive discomfort, food sensitivity, chronic GI challenges, fatigue, no energy, underactive immunity, mood imbalances. So a lot of times, people don't even realize that they're angry all the time, or they're maybe a little bit sad all the time, or whatever, because their gut is out of whack. It's crazy to think that that can impact our mind in such a powerful way, but it really can. So pretty much for anyone who has these issues, any issue, start with the cleanse. That's how you clean the plate and start from scratch and see where it gets you. So you reset with the GX Assist, and that's what cleans out all of that bad stuff in your gut. And then you come back with the probiotic and get the good guys in there and get them established so that you're back up and running as you should appropriately. So the GX is just full of some heavy hitters, pulls out all those weeds, which I don't love this analogy because I think that dandelions are one of those good bacteria, and unfortunately the green lawn is the sterile environment. So I feel like this analogy is not quite right, but most people understand, getting out the things that people don't want sometimes looks like dandelions, but see those roots are good, and dandelions are actually in some of our supplements. So I find it interesting that they use this analogy, but anyway, so you want to pull out the bad things and then fill it with a new good thing. You can't just leave the empty spot or the bad stuff will come back. So GX Assist supports healthy microbial balance, helps purify and cleanse the digestive system. It has oils like oregano, melaleuca, lemongrass, lemon, peppermint, and thyme. And then with the PB Assist, you go in and you plant the stuff that you want to grow, and that's the good guys. So PB Assist promotes a balance of beneficial bacteria in the intestine and colon, and it supports healthy digestive and immune functions of the gut. And that's great. And in fact, when I'm feeling some kind of an environmental threat, I use PB Assist. I use it every day to keep my gut in good balance. But when we're feeling like particularly threatened, we up it. And my kids will take it too because it's called the probiotic defense formula because it really can boost your immune system because it helps your gut function optimally, which is, like I said, 70% of your immune system is there. So we have a really cool science behind our pills. If you see the probiotic microbes, and that's the part that you need to get into your gut. And then the prebiotic is what feeds that probiotic before it gets to where it needs to go. And then that shell on the outside actually doesn't deteriorate until the probiotic gets to the large intestine where it needs to go to establish itself. So this is just a picture of we have 6 billion CFU in our probiotics in our PB Assist. And that's a picture of our intestine where it needs to go. So endocrine pathways. Endocrine system is our hormonal system. And that's what deep cleaning will help balance these hormones. So we're going to deep clean. Sounds like fun, right? Again, the toxins through the liver, then eliminated through the kidneys and the colon, and again, a secondary pathway, skin and lungs. So we want to activate the endocrine system with the Zendocrine Herbal Complex, the detoxification complex. That is an herbal supplement. And then renew it with the detoxification blend soft gel. So that's the essential oil and a soft gel. You can get it in just a regular oil too, but the white bottle is an herbal and the black bottle is an oil. So the herbal complex supports healthy cleansing and filtering functions of the liver, kidney, colon, lungs, and skin. And here it tells you what's in it. Look there, for kidney support is dandelion root. Isn't that ironic? So then liver, I mean, all of these different, if you do some research on these herbal supplements on their own, you'll find there are really good herbal options. Rhubarb, burdock, clove, dandelion, garlic, barberry, all of these things. They're known and have been known for thousands of years to be great support cleansers. Now, Zendocrine supports your body's natural detoxification system. It cleanses the body of harmful free radicals. For example, tangerine peel, rich in purifying limonene. Rosemary supports healthy liver function. Geranium supports the elimination of toxins. Juniper berry supports kidney function, and cilantro leaf supports elimination processes. So what you'll see here is that doTERRA has put together, it's not willy-nilly. All of this is on purpose to do the job that they do, and that they do so well. So they're very deliberate about how they put these products together. So now the cellular pathways, cleaning out our garage. So healthy cell function, so cells duplicate and they copy themselves, their biogenesis. And when a healthy cell replicates itself, that's a good thing. We want more and more good healthy cells to grow. But sometimes, and there's the DNA because it's got a specialized function. So you got skin cells and you've got blood cells and you've got all kinds of different cells, and they all should replicate themselves in a good way. And they self-destruct and die off, and that's okay. That's what we want it to do. But when they don't do that appropriately, when they don't die off, then bad things happen. Cellular stasis. So this is when, like homeostasis, cellular stasis is when there's perfect balance. So biogenesis, they create new one. Apoptosis is when they die off. So you want that to be in balance. And when it's not in balance, bad things happen. When there's a toxic load, it can throw it off, and it's called oxidation. Unstable molecules with unpaired electrons that steal electrons from stable molecules is called oxidation. So what we want to do is balance out these free radicals so that there isn't, a stressor on our system. So example of free radicals: sunlight, radiation, pollution, and toxins, smoking cigarettes. I can't even read that number. Oh, 1 quadrillion there it says is free radicals per inhalation of a cigarette. So that's stressing your system out in an unimaginable way. Intrinsic free radicals that we can't avoid are sickness, stress, inflammation, things that bring those things on, eating, breathing, exercising. And, it's okay to have some free radicals in our life because we were built to be able to deal with them. The problem is we have an overload of free radicals and we're not giving our bodies the support we need to deal with that. So we've got oxygen and food coming in, and then we've got exhaust and free radicals kind of coming out in our system, and we need to deal with those things. So here you have these free radicals with the negative charge. It's not good. That's toxic oxidation, and we need to neutralize those with antioxidants. So when you hear that term, antioxidants, this is what's happening. We're balancing out those free radicals in a way that they no longer are causing destruction, but they're balanced, and that is how it's supposed to work. So stable molecules that can donate an electron, neutralize free radicals. So exogenous antioxidants, for example, fruits and vegetables, those are a great option. And then you've got endogenous antioxidants. They're made inside the body. Most people don't get enough fresh food, fresh fruits and vegetables with those antioxidants. And most people's bodies, they aren't making enough. And as you age, you make less and less. So we really need to support our systems. You can eat more fruits and vegetables. Take your Lifelong Vitality Pack. That's huge. Support your liver with that zendocrine oil. And then use DDR Prime Complex as an additional support. It's full of great antioxidants. It promotes healthy response to free radicals while supporting healthy cellular function. So it's going to help your cells replicate appropriately. So it supports that biogenesis, but also the apoptosis, so that is balanced out. The cellular stasis is appropriately working, and then it also helps with those free radicals. So what's in it? Frankincense, wild orange, lemongrass, thyme, summer savory, clove, and niauli. So lots of really great, powerful oils, and that is something that if you can take it every day, maybe twice a day. It's been a huge game changer for a lot of people because most people need support in a huge way with that antioxidant relief and that cellular support. So DDR Prime helps us get that cellular stasis. Spring cleaning is hard work, so don't forget to hydrate. And isn't this a simple little thing? Adding 1 to 2 drops of lemon and 8 ounces of water 5 times a day. Everyone loves lemon in their water. I mean, we know that. So we can use lemon essential oil, and we get all of that great health benefit of the lemon, but we skip out on that acid that comes in lemon juice, and it's just a simple thing to do. Add a couple of drops to each glass of water. Remember to use a glass or a stainless steel water carrier. Don't use plastics because it eats it through those petrochemicals, those toxins that are stored inside of our bodies. It helps to clean those up. But if you're using a plastic bottle, what's it made of? It's made of petrochemicals. And so it'll eat right through that too. So this is everything that we just talked about. And through the month of June, we have this whole set available to us at a super discount. And with a 30-day program, this is what that program looks like. We have a PDF, and I will put that in the file so that you guys can access that of what the 30-day program is. You can print it out and use it. Put it up on your refrigerator and have it handy for when you're gonna, do the 30-day program. And they recommend doing it twice a year. I think we'll get to that slide, but here you'll see it says and this is on top. You want to take your lifelong vitality pack as well, so you might want to add that to your order if you're not already on it. But you're going to want to take TerraZyme 5 every single day. That was what his recommendation: morning, mid-morning, lunch, mid-afternoon, and dinner time. Right before bed actually is even good, because you do a lot of digesting at nighttime. Zendocrine complex, you take 2 of those for the first 10 days. Then lemon oil, 10 drops a day for the first 10 days. Zendocrine, 2 drops a day for the first 10 days. And then you stop that Zendocrine blend, but the arrow says you keep those other 3 going. And then you start TerraZyme, or you get those first 3 still going, and then you add GX for 1 a day for those next 10 days. And then for the next 10 days, you add DDR Prime and PB Assist. And you stop the PB Assist, you stop the DDR Prime, or you keep it going because it's a great thing to do all the time. You can stop that Zendocrine complex. Again, it's another thing that you might want to continue. Look at it and see if it's not something that supports you where you're at. But that's the protocol for the cleanse. So this is the last 10 days of that cleanse. And you can repeat that 30-day cleanse for up to 3 months. So people who have severe issues, it's recommended you do it one after another, 3 times in a row. And you can do it up to 2 times per year. So how do you get started? How do you, if you're not already a member, you want to be able to join as a wellness advocate, so you can get all of these products at least 25% off. You can also order these products through your loyalty rewards program. So that kit is available at a discount through your LRP. So you can, when you order, you're also going to get points on it. So that's great. And you can talk to me if you need to, or whoever is sharing this webinar with you. What is a wellness advocate? If you're not already a wellness advocate, it means a wholesale member. And it's not much different than having a Costco membership. You pay $35 for the year, and you get 25% off of the retail price of the oils. You also have access, to some ways of saving, and we'll talk about that in a minute. When you are a wellness advocate, you can attend our educational opportunities. We had one here the other night, like I talked about. We've got some wellness summits coming up all over the country, so look into those. And then we also have our convention, which is just a big educational summit in Utah. We have it every year, and it's based completely around education about how to use the oils, why to use the oils, all our different products, how they function. Last year we learned a lot about emotions and oils because the emotional aromatherapy came out, and about how we test our products and where we source them and all these different things. So doTERRA is huge in education, and you're going to want to get in on that, because if you have the oils, you're going to need to learn how to use them. And of course you do it with a friend so that you can learn it together. And once you know more, and once you're using these products, you're going to want to share. And there are great opportunities to earn trips, like a trip to Cancun. And we know people who earned last year, they got to go to Jamaica for free, and just by sharing the oils. And so it's really cool. Here are how most people get started. They have kit options to get you started. Most people do not start with the cleanse when they join doTERRA. That's kind of diving in head first. And if that's what you're ready to do, that's great. And cleanse is a really good thing to do. But most people start with a kit like this. The Natural Solutions kit is very popular. It comes with a really great variety, and it also comes with our supplements. And our supplements are huge. They are life-changing. And the oils work, and they're great for immediate needs, but the supplements, when your body is getting the right nutrition, your life changes. So, it's just great. Anyway, and then the oil selection that comes with that kit is really diverse, and you'll really have something for everything. The Home Essentials kit is a great place to start. The Natural Solutions, you'll see, comes with a great diffuser that goes for up to 8 hours. The Home Essentials kit comes with a kit or a diffuser that goes up to 4 hours. And they're both really great products. A Home Essentials kit, if you get that or anything higher, anything you see the 225 PV, it says right there below that kit, any order this month of 200 PV or more will come with Breathe, the essential oil, an extra bottle of Breathe, 15 milliliters, Breathe drops, which are great lozenges that my husband Drew has been relying on a lot. He got unloaded some hay and he's been struggling to get that out of his system. He really reacts badly to hay. But the Breathe drops have helped a ton. The Breathe stick, which is an amazing product, way to put the Breathe oil, basically rub it on your chest or on the feet or whatever. It's very convenient. And then cardamom essential oil, which is one of my new favorites. And all of that would come for free with any order over 200 PV. And you'll see that Home Essential Kit qualifies, so does the Natural Solutions Kit, and you get some added benefits. As a member, you can take advantage of the Loyalty Rewards Program, where you can earn up to 30% back on your total monthly loyalty rewards purchases and free product. So every month we order at least $100 worth of product, and so we get at least $30. Actually, it's more like $39 because they give us credits for the shipping fees too. So that's really cool. We pay $8.99 in shipping up front, but they add $9 back to our account to spend in the future on another product. So that's really neat. I'm going to skip a few slides that unfortunately aren't relevant anymore, but here is the price of that kit, $186 for all of those things. That's $73.50 off of wholesale. It comes with 155 PV. So what I would do this month in May is make sure that if you get this kit, add a few things. Maybe add the LLV, the Lifelong Vitality Pack, to it so that you're over 200 and you get all those freebies as well. But all of this stuff is included. And so basically you're getting the Spring Clean and you get TerraZyme, GX Assist, and Lemon free with that. That's huge. That's a very good value. That is the end of my presentation. I hope that is helpful for you and you have a better feel for why to cleanse and how to cleanse. And, doTERRA has made it fairly simple. And I'm excited about having this option for people to get this kit. And while it's only through June right now at that discount, I'm hoping they extend it and have it more, or they'll have it again at other times. And if you need more help, just ask questions and, just dive in, use the oils. They will help. The supplements as well will help. Take charge, clean yourself up. So thanks for tuning in and listening, and I hope to hear from you all soon.